I do a reset every single night. Like, I will pick up all of Oz's flashcards and I put them in alphabetical order, like right before bed.
Absolutely not.
I'm OCD in that way, though.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the KarWell Chronicles.
Good job. Good job.
Saying
So proud.
correctly. We have a very special guest today, our third to our little trio here. We talk about you all the time on the podcast, but...
Here.
Oh, you listen?
I am a subscriber.
I love that.
A
Thank
fan
you.
and a follower.
But I can't say that I've listened to every episode all the way through.
Well, Sarah hasn't listened to one, so you're good.
I listened to one the other day. I put it on the TV and I listened all the way through to ours. Mostly because Jonathan was like, let me listen. And I was like,
Jonathan
Emily's-
doesn't listen? He's
No.
not a fan and a follower?
do you think Jonathan has any social media?
He doesn't, but he has a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did watch her first one all the way through and I was like, wow, we're so cute.
Our very first episode this year, or like our first?
No, I just listened to the first episode an episode for the first time, but it was our last episode.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah. So anyway,
She said that one's at the top. I'm just clicking that
Yes.
one. There's no way they're scrolling up.
no, we're not getting deeper into this, but I will play one for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me give you a little bit of an intro. I just yelled into this mic again.
He
so
did.
I'm
Sorry.
so
Everybody
sorry.
turned down their headphones.
Yes. So to give you guys a little bit of context around Dayle before we start drilling her with
You
questions.
just sip and sip.
Yeah. So Emily and I have been friends with Dayle for literally forever.
I think the same amount of time that we've been friends.
Yes.
She just wormed her way right in.
Yeah. Yeah. We stood
What
no
I do best.
chance.
You're going to love me.
To give you guys even a little bit more of a backstory, Dale's grandma and my grandma were best friends. So this is a very small town thing. We just got really lucky that our grandmothers birthed mothers who birthed really great humans. And so we still like each other. But as you guys know, we're from a very, very small town. We got Dayle situated here.
Well, it's all.
And Dayle is most famously known for, and I'm going to get it out of the way at the very beginning because some of you know her story, some of you don't. But we don't want to spend this whole episode crying. So we're just going to graze over it and continue on with the questions. What was it, like 11 years ago? 12 years ago?
2013.
2013.
12 years ago.
Dayle decided to croak on us.
I did.
She
For
died.
3 minutes.
Just casual.
She just took a break.
I
She's
needed a breather. It was a lot. There's a
just-
lot going on.
Just a tired girl.
Yeah. She said, I'm going to clock out for 3 minutes. I'll be back.
Yes.
Power nap at its finest.
Yes. Yes.
We
But-
cope with humor, by the way. This sounds really bad. Every time we talk about it, people will literally be like, you guys shouldn't be joking about that. I'm like, what else are we supposed to
We
do?
were joking about it in the hospital. It's fine.
Literally 35 seconds.
If you don't joke about it,
afterward.
you cry about it, and life's too short to cry.
Yeah, tears aren't our favorite thing in the world.
No.
But it did lead to getting featured on Gatorade, which was Gatorade made a whole commercial about her. The very, very short version of the story is she was a college athlete, dropped dead on the court. And thank God they had an AED machine installed, a week before that happened?
Yeah, they got refreshed on training a week before, and then the trainer that was there isn't usually there, and he just happened to be in there getting ready with some paperwork for meetings and stuff, and then because he's usually supposed to be outside, and he was in our gym, and then pranced his little way in there and saved a little life, and
But
Now-
let me
Not
pull
a
up
little
and out.
life.
not
Big
a little life, just my life.
Big life.
And yeah, one round of CPR, one shock, and your girl was back.
There we go.
We back, baby.
Back in business.
Well, I would just like to say that my beef in the whole situation is that Emily and I had to find out on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, we did. It was like
I'm sorry, I
10
was a little
o'clock.
hung up.
Dale, you didn't
Like,
call
shoot me
us?
a text if you're going to die. Like,
So it was a little unconscious.
Yeah, we did, because it was like 10 o'clock at night. I was going to bed, and you run in, and you're like, we have to go to the hospital. And I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Why? And then
I was like,
We
there's something
got in the
going on
car.
with Dayle and it's on Twitter, but they're giving me no context, so we have to go down there and figure it
Yeah.
out ourselves.
Yeah.
No tea details whatsoever.
I know. It was
And we
rough.
didn't think it was that serious. I mean, we thought like you maybe got injured or like, whatever. And so Emily and I remember so vividly being in the hospital elevator, and Emily and I were like laughing. We were like still like picking on each other and being like, oh, sure, make like Dale's got to be the center of attention
Yeah.
at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. Like just really like chirping you.
Yeah.
And then we like, I remember the elevator doors in the hospital
Walking
opening.
out and Sherry seeing us.
Yeah, and
And-
she's crying.
Yeah.
Everyone's crying, and Emily and I are like, whoa.
Can the elevator door shut back?
Yeah.
No, we were like,
Time
let's
out.
try this again.
I need a
Run
minute.
back out.
Yeah. But you made it through.
Made it through.
And I remember the doctor telling us that like they didn't know because you had hit your head because there was a concussion. You didn't like they weren't sure if you were going to remember anything, if you were going to remember us. And I just remember in that period of time being like, holy cow, all these good memories like she could wake up without.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to have to make her fall in love with me all over again. Like
Not happening.
Would have been easy for me.
Emily? Yes. Sarah?
Yeah.
Phew, finally got rid of her.
To the curb.
You remember the whole thing and you're like, no, I don't remember any of that.
I don't remember her at all.
But with all of that being said, I feel like, at least from my perspective, and Emily can probably attest to this as well, I feel like you have had so many shit sandwiches thrown your way. Obviously, we're giving this one very dramatic example, but you've got several dramatic examples over the last decade of just like crazy scenarios that you've been through. And yet you're still one of our happiest, most resilient, most cup-filling friends that exists.
Well, thank you.
Right. So I wanted to set that scene for everybody else. If you want to go watch the Gatorade commercial, it'll give you way more context around your story.
Grab your
the box.
tissues.
Yeah, grab your box.
Yeah.
Because I cry every year. It comes up every year, and I force myself to watch it to remind myself, and I cry every time.
Good for you for watching. And I see it and I'm like, not today.
No, I have
You will
to.
not get me today, Satan. You're not getting me today.
I have to.
We are looking forward. Like,
Yeah.
No way.
Watch it every year.
Oh, but the fact that so much has changed since that video is just like mind-boggling.
yeah.
Like so much life events have happened since that, and because of that, so much has also like it's just been stuff arose from that. Stuff has changed from that. Stuff is stuffed.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Well, let's start with that question before I get into all the others. Like, how do you feel like that scenario and then the few scenarios that have happened since then that have been really dramatic, how do you feel like that has impacted you, your life, the direction that you're going? Like,
I feel like how you put it, just the shit sandwiches have been plentiful and very full, and I'm stuffed of them. I don't want any more of them.
Yeah.
My plate is full. I just think, like what we said before, like if you don't laugh, you cry type situation. And the more, and I am such an empath. Oh my gosh. You feel something, I feel something, and I feel it tenfold because I just want to fix it. And if I can't fix it, then that just spirals me. And then I just dwell. And I'm like, if I dwell, then it just takes away all the positivity. So all I have done is just channel my people and channel my faith and just channel what I can and cannot control. And then that allows me to just, what is that word? Compartmentalize everything. And when I need to feel those feelings, I can feel those feelings.
Yeah.
And I do feel them, but I allow myself to feel it in moderation.
yeah.
Because if it's all the time, then being happy is so much more fun than being sad.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, because I watch that video on purpose every single year, because then I get to think of all of the memories that we have together since then and appreciate them. Not that I like didn't appreciate the time before, because that sounds bad, but like I appreciate all of those times since then. And like you have 2 kids now that like might not have been here. So there's like so
wouldn't have been here.
many things. Yeah. Well, like if it could have gone like both ways.
Yes.
But yeah, there's like so many things to think about. And because of the other situation that we have, I think of that situation and all the memories like we're missing out on. And so like looking at those 2 parallels, I have like, that's why I watch the video every year, because then it reminds me to like really appreciate all of the time that we've all had together since.
Yeah. For context for listeners, we all have a very good friend that I think probably most people know about at this point because we talk about it often, but we have a friend who passed away from cancer after you died and came back to life, which she died and came back to life.
Back to life once too. Our friend group is going through it, guys.
Cardiac arrest is a casual event
Oh my god!
in our friend
I
group.
remember after that one happened, I was like, okay, test done. I appreciate life now. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't have to go through cardiac arrest to be grateful. Like, save it.
Hey, we know where AEDs are. We can get we have CPR certified. We're ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bring it on.
No, thank you. I'm fine. But I do think that like we have watched, because of being surrounded by a lot of like heavy negative situations over the last few years, I've watched it result in people being sad 100% of the time and really being negatively impacted by that, and then watching you compartmentalize it and be overjoyous.
Yeah.
A vast majority of time, right? Like your baseline is happy.
Full-blown golden retriever.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Just let me love you.
I know.
Pay attention to me.
And like for me, like watching it, I'm like, how in the world? Like I want to crawl into a pit and die some days over, half the stuff that you have gone through. So I don't know, just really inspired by it. So
Thanks, buddy.
yeah.
I just like hanging out with you guys. I just want to hang out.
Yeah, you get to.
I do.
Thank God.
Because you finally moved back to me.
Well,
We're here now, aren't we?
Temporarily, we're all together.
not gonna be that far.
Just keep coming back.
It won't be that far.
Yeah, literally.
It'll be A-okay. I love it.
All right, let's take a break from the episode to shout out one of our sponsors, Minoan. Are you running a short-term rental? You know how important it is to create a space that's both stunning and functional. That's why we love Minoan. Minoan makes it easy to furnish and restock your rental with high-quality, stylish pieces from premium brands at up to 60% off. Plus, their centralized ordering lets you check out across multiple brands in one seamless cart. No stress, no hassle. Excuse me, only having one place to look for my receipts when my bookkeeper inevitably asks for them? Thank you, Minoan. Then, turn guest praise into profit with the digital showroom where you can showcase your design expertise and allow your guests to shop their stay. And the best part, Minoan is free to use, so you can elevate your space without breaking the bank. We use Minoan ourselves, and trust us, it's a game changer. All right, let's get back to the episode.
Okay, so I have some questions for you, and Emily and I will probably go back and forth, but leave it to me to kick it off.
Yeah.
So you are, for context for people listening as well, you are a small business owner.
Mm-hmm.
We tend to keep people close to us that are entrepreneurial and are go-getters, and you obviously are part of that breath, I guess. But you started a business after you had kids.
Yeah, I needed it.
Yeah, so I want to talk, because you hear me all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get all this stuff done before I think about having children. And you did it in the exact opposite. Like my brain is like, when I have kids, my career life is over, right? Like that's the narrative in my brain. So I guess I want to hear what inspired you to start your business after kids? Why did you choose the business that you chose? Kind of talk about what was going through your brain at that point in time.
Oh, let me preface this with what I chose or what I have been able to do is not within my control. It is not within my power. I've never in a million years chose this for myself in any way, shape, or form, because I have never titled myself as artistic or creative in any way, shape, or form. Literally at all.
Which is so funny because I definitely think you are.
Yeah.
But you don't see yourself
Oh,
like
I
that.
don't.
Yeah,
I try to draw a house
Miss
and
Athlete.
it looks like a pigeon. I don't.
Yeah, I think you're thinking very traditional creative. You don't see yourself as,
I look at you two and I look at Jeannie and Chelsea and just all these people and Nicole and who are all very artsy fartsy in that way.
Your friend group is all going to art college.
It's literally my whole friend group is art college. And then there's me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, exercise science, let's do it. Nursing, let's go. Blood core can handle it. That's just how my brain worked. But after I knew that after I had my kids, that I did not want to work a normal 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Before kids, I was working in what do I call them? Travel volleyball world. And I was running camps, clinics, tournaments, teams, just stuff. And I was working 50, 60, some weeks, 70 hours a week if I was traveling, if I was doing long tournaments, whatever it was. There was weeks where it was just chaos. And that is just not an environment that I want to raise a family in. That is not an environment where I feel like I thrived.
Yeah.
I did very well, but mentally and emotionally and spiritually, I was a hot mess express. And that was just not where I wanted to be. And I did not want my kids, my husband, my people to see me continue to do that because it was just not for me. And so I thought once I had my son, I was like, all right, I got this. I can just relish in this newborn bliss, and I'm just going to be so fun and beautiful. And of course, nothing is going to go wrong because why would it go wrong? And I lasted 2 months.
You were like, actually.
All right, I need an activity. What do we need to do? I just remember the amount of times that I called my husband and I'd just be sobbing. He was at work and I'm just sobbing. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I think I need to go to therapy. I think I need this. I don't know what's going on. I literally just Googled therapists in the area and something's not right.
Yeah.
And he's like, I literally think you need an activity. You were in the same four walls talking to a literal human potato every day.
A little blob.
Little blob is just staring at you. What do I do with my
He
life?
stares at you for 2 seconds, goes to sleep.
Yeah. Cries, poops, does whatever. And I'm like, I'm just constantly pouring into this thing that is supposed to be pouring. I'm supposed to feel all of this awesomeness pouring back into me. I'm like, no, this is a hot mess. But also in that same breath, my mentality was so skewed because I have one stay-at-home mom that I've been exposed to in my life before marrying into my husband's family, who is all stay-at-home moms, and they are strictly stay-at-home moms, and they loved it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, like this is not.
You thought you were going to love it.
Yeah.
and
I was like, oh, this is such a blessing. Like, this is so cool.
I'm living the life.
I'm living the dream.
Yeah.
But I'm like, ooh, this kind of sucks. And I don't like this. And so just like through a ton of prayer and just like, Lord, what am I supposed to do with my life? Because this ain't it.
Yeah.
And I just, one day it was with one of my husband's cousins. She's like, you want to come with me to get these permanent bracelets? There's this permanent jewelry thing. I'm like, what the heck is that? I was thinking like dermals or something like in my back.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about those.
Let's just pierce my back dimples.
Yeah. You're like,
Bring
where
those
are you
back,
taking
Genty.
me?
Yeah,
Come on.
just casual. And so I like go with her, and it was at my favorite boutique. And so I'm like, awesome, like let's go. And you get your permanent whatever, and I'm just gonna spend all of this money on my favorite clothes, and we'll both win. So I walked out of there with 2 permanent bracelets and no clothing, and also had interrogated the owner of that permanent jewelry company. I'm like, tell me everything.
Yeah.
Like, I need to know it all because I am intrigued. You have a line of people out the door. You are charging X amount of money. You get to be like hands-on doing this stuff, still get to be creative and like in your own way, like in the non-traditional way. And literally interrogated her. I sat there for probably a good 15, 20 minutes with a line out the door. Like, I'm not
You're
moving.
like, another bracelet so I can ask 15 more
I
questions.
have 2 ankles. I have a neck. I have 2 more. Like, I'm ready. Belly chain, anyone. Like, I'm ready. And yeah, left there, and I was just on fire. Like, I'm like, this is what I want to do. I called Doug literally in the parking lot. Doug is my husband. Called him in the parking lot. I'm like, I have a business idea. I don't want to talk about it right now. Don't ask me a single question, but I have an idea, and it's gonna happen.
I gotta let this energy out somewhere.
And he like goes to ask me questions. I'm like, don't, literally don't, because you're gonna just kill this buzz that
you're
I
gonna
have
take
going
away
right now.
all the excitement that I have. I want to
like,
let me ride this high for a little while.
Not open for feedback.
Yeah, this is me merely filling you in. Like, you get a courtesy fill in right now. That is it. And yeah, I just loved it, and I was just so on fire. And actually, I had interviewed with that permanent jewelry company, and when I quit my job, I told myself that I would not work for anybody else besides myself or my family. And because I know that I can do a really great job, and I want to reap the benefits of that. I don't want everybody else to see how awesome somebody, like how much work I'm pouring in and not get to reap those benefits.
Amen to that.
That was such a good way to describe wanting to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah. And check. Couldn't agree more.
And nailed it. So yeah, but I again doubted my abilities, and I interviewed with this company, and as I'm like listening to her talk, I'm like the whole time I'm like, red flag, red flag, red flag. Like, I hate everything that you're saying. And she ended it. I was like, the straw that broke the camel's back was, yeah, you make like 20% commission. And that's it. I was like, oh, so no, like I wouldn't get paid for traveling. I wouldn't get reimbursed for gas. I wouldn't like get a baseline anything. And she's like, no, 20% commission, and that's it. I was like, okay, so if I have a crappy like 5-hour event and I made $10, are you joking?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
no.
absolutely
We're not wasting our time.
I was like, well, thank you for thank you for doing this. No, thank you. Like, I appreciate you.
I'll pass.
Yeah. And literally in 2 weeks, I had everything up and running because I was like, I need this. Like,
Yeah.
I need this not only for like myself and my mental well-being, I need this for being the best version of myself for my family, because not pouring into myself and taking care of myself was taking away from them. My poor husband, who's not an emotional person. And, like,
You don't say.
not an emotional, not a social, not a like a lovey-dovey human.
He's the rock.
He is the rock that just keeps us going. And yeah, him seeing me be a hot mess express, who's usually upbeat and loving and let's just do all of the things and ready to do it, not being that way, he was he was
panicking.
unwell.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
I could literally picture him just being in the house being like, what do I do?
She's crying in the shower again.
What do you need me to
How do I
do,
get
Dayle?
happiness back in my household? Like, oh my God.
This is just gloomy, and it's terrible. But yeah, and so just out of sake for my mental well-being, being the best mom that I could for my son, and then also being the best wife and partner for my husband, I was like, thank you, Lord, for like blessing me with this, because this is so needed. I literally pitched it to my dad in like a Shark Tank form. I like set up a meeting with him because I'm like, because also my husband is very nervous Nelly and very analytical and needs to have the fear of failure is very, very real for him. And I totally get it. It's terrifying. And I'm in a situation where I'm very fortunate that I'm not the one bringing in the sole income.
Yeah.
So when I choose to go do something, he's our safety net.
Yeah.
So that's
All of
a
us
blessing
fall
and a
into
curse.
that.
Yeah, let's fall into that
all of
category.
us fall into it. Like, and it's so cool for us. Like,
That it is.
so cool for us. Yeah. And so I just like, it's like, honey, I am pitching this to my dad. My dad will say yes. Like, I can guarantee you say yes.
Oh, yeah.
And just know that like I got this. And I literally pitched it to my dad. Like, had a whole contract written out. I had a whole like, this is everything. And my dad's sitting there and he's like, I'll think about it. You dinglebat. And I'm like, I know you're sitting here and I know you have exactly what I need in your pocket and you are just trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, let me just think about it. I'm like, Dad, I just drove an hour.
I prepared this whole pitch for you.
I drove an hour. I prepared all of this.
Do the sharks say they'll think about
Right,
it?
Exactly. They take me right on the spot.
Yeah.
And,
Are you in or are you out?
Yeah. And I was like, I looked at him. I'm like, you're joking. He's like, yeah, I'm just joking. I'll be right back. I'm like, God, you're such a stinker. Once I met with my dad, it was just guns a-blazing after that. And had, literally everything up and running in 2 weeks because I needed that. I was up until like 1 a.m. most nights, just being like, learning everything I needed to learn. I bought a course and just did that. And it was so needed. So I didn't have to reinvent the wheel. And literally didn't know what I was doing. And so then I had a launch party that you guys came to at my house, and I just converted my little house into a little studio. And
was
like,
so fun.
Line up, let's go, girls. I
Yeah.
gotta practice. So we just had brunch and jewelry, and that next week was my first event. And I told myself, if I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail big. And I did the Grand Rapids Bridal Expo.
I remember that.
Oh
You were
my
like,
gosh,
I'm
I
going to
do
go to the biggest
remember
one.
that.
Talk about fake it till you make it, or imposter syndrome, because
Yeah, jumping
Lord-
off the ledge.
I literally had no idea what I was doing.
Sink or swim.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, we swam. We rode that tide and we rocked it. And got done with that. And for context, the Bridal Expo, they bring in upwards of like 25 to 30,000 brides in a weekend. And I thought that was a good idea.
You're like, I can handle this. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
I thought that was a good idea. Yeah, let's just dabble. We'll go. We'll crank it out. Hey, we made it. We crushed it.
Yeah, you're like, okay, worst case scenario, I'm really good at saying sorry.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
I do, just like,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Here, just take this chain I already cut for you and bring it to somebody that can weld it for you.
Hang on to
$10.
Seriously.
Yeah. Oh my
So
God.
yeah, that was basically the first whatever. And yeah, I've loved it. I loved every second of it. I
Yeah.
had so much fun. And now I get to just make it my own and revamp it. And as more bebés come into the world, or I fall in love with other things and avenues and pathways, I get to create it myself.
Yeah.
That was one thing I was going to mention, because this came from you having your son. And then this time I think it's like one of the benefits of being an entrepreneur, right? So like when you had your daughter, you were like, I want to actually pull back a little bit.
Yes.
Like I need a little bit of a break. And so this time you were like, I'm going to do less events. And at that point you were like, no, I need something to do. And this time you're like, nah, I want a little less to do. And that's one of the best parts about like being a mom and an entrepreneur.
It's so cool.
You get to choose what your schedule is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes they get to choose.
That's true. They get to choose what our schedule is. And by proxy, we go along with it.
Yeah.
But like work is everything in that aspect.
Oh my gosh, but it's so much fun because I always told myself too, I'm like, I love being in the coaching world because not every day is the same. And I'm like, I could never picture myself being in a traditional 9 to 5, sitting at a desk, every day is the same. We're going to punch in here. We're going to do this. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Lord, I can't have a normal one. Like, I just can't. And now I literally, no day is the same. No hour.
I was going to say, with the 2.5-year-old, almost 3-year-old, and a
7 month
old.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's getting so big.
Yeah. Like, all right, today, this is what I'm going to do during nap time. This is what I'm going to do during snack time. This is what we're going to do after everybody goes to bed. All right, scratch that. None of that is happening today.
Literally yesterday, I was like, I'm going to have my meeting while he naps. And then he wouldn't nap unless I was holding him. And I was like, never mind. I guess we're running through the meeting with him awake.
Yeah. Well, and I think there's something interesting because, like, my mom coached until she had me, right? And that's when she set it down. And, like, when I talked to her about why she decided to set down coaching specifically or being involved in athletics at that point in time, she was like, it's just the parents, right? It's the parents who think that the sport that their kid is playing is the most important thing in the world. And so the stakes feel so much higher. And so I remember you sending me a screenshot of email that a parent had sent you after a game. And it was like just the most outrageous reaction that a parent could have over a game, right? It's like they had lost context of like life and like what's actually
it's
important.
A sport. Let's remember that.
And they're 16.
It's a recreational sport.
And so I think
nobody plays sports for their entire life. Let's just put that out there.
Literally.
Professionally, at least.
And so like now what you're in, it's like so much lower stakes, right? It's like the most you're going to be doing is like maybe you run out of a chain of whatever and like somebody's not going to like explode on you. So you have this like built-in thing in your business. It's like, I'm never going to have somebody lose their shit on me. Like, I'm never going to have this ruin my day. Like, I'm going to save the hard stuff for my family and my kids and my friends and everything like that. And I've got this business over here where I just get to pour into people and there's no scenario where they're going to be screaming, crying, sending me evil emails like they were when you were coaching.
If they do have that problem, that's a them problem. I've done everything I can to set us all up for success. And that is...
And you just handle people really well in general anyways. Yeah. Like, I think you're perfectly made for the job that you chose to have.
Yeah. You host all of our Thanksgivings, Christmases. Like you.
Oh, I love it.
I'll watch like people come up to your booth when we're at something and you start talking to them and I'm like, couldn't be me. Like, I would not have started that conversation. I would have sat there.
Hey girl, what's up? Like, let's go.
Yeah. No, it's not for me either.
Oh, I love it.
Not me.
Yeah. I absolutely love it.
So tell us about like this business you've had going for what, 3 years now? Talk to me about some big wins that you're having in your business currently.
I think my wins are going to be way different than what normal people are going to think are wins. The other day, it just made me laugh because I just was so like, this is what I asked for. Like, this is me doing all of the things and just relishing in the moment. I had, so like Emily was saying, I've been able, since I had my daughter, be able to skirt and like, let's try more stuff coming to me so that I don't have to find childcare. I don't have to like give up time with my family. And so I do like appointments out of my home office and I'll do like custom orders and all of this stuff. So I had, actually one of my old athletes came and over to my house and brought some girlfriends because they were heading to the beach and they came over to get some jewelry. And so I'm there and I'm working on her anklet and I have both kids and I usually will either schedule during nap time or I'll ship them off to a cousin or somewhere just that lives around the corner. I'm like, hey, like, let's just for peace of mind and just quickness, please take them for real quick. And I didn't. And so I'm standing there and I'm doing her anklet. Meanwhile, Lola, one of the girls that's there is holding Lola. She's screaming. And then Ledger all of a sudden just arises from somewhere and has a hockey stick. My husband plays hockey. Has a hockey stick, a grown man-sized hockey stick. He's walking through his toy room just holding it. He goes, Mama, I play hockey? All right, bro. Go outside and play hockey. He goes, no, Mama, I need to play hockey inside. Nope, we're not playing hockey inside. I'm still doing this anklet, you guys. Still doing it.
Mother.
You're like, I'm in the middle of welding.
Yeah, literally. And I'm doing it. And next thing I know, I just feel this thing like leaning on me as I'm bent over doing this. Ledger is putting the hockey stick on, leaning it on my shoulder. And so I have this hockey stick leaning on my shoulder. Ledger's holding my leg. And I'm still doing this. And Lola is still screaming. And these like young 20, they can be more than 22, 23-year-old are there. And they are just like terrified.
And they're like, I don't know if motherhood's for me.
Swim away. I'm leaving.
And I'm just laughing. Like, I'm like, why is this happening? Like, what is going on right now? And in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I could freak out at my kid right now.
Mm-hmm.
I could be like, I could tell these girls, hey, this ain't working today.
Yeah.
Or
here's 25% off.
Yeah, I could just trudge through, like, whatever. There's so many options that could happen. Or I could get overwhelmed and just be over it and just ticked off the rest of the time. But I'm like, my kid is so happy right now. Like, I'm making money right in front of me, and these girls are still, like, reassuring me that everything is fine, and they're trying not to laugh as well. The one that I was doing her anklet, and I looked at her, and she's like, this is hilarious. Like, I was like, okay, if you think so, great. Like,
I'm so glad that's your perception.
do you mind getting this hockey stick?
Do you want to play hockey after this is done?
I have learned that people take it way better than you would think. Like, it's more overwhelming for you as a mom than it is for the people there. There was, like, so many meetings where Oz is, like, throwing his snacks everywhere, and he's, like, literally climbing me, pulling my hair, and I'm talking. Like, I'm staring at a screen talking, and I'm like, that was horrendous. And Sarah calls me after. She goes, you handled that so well. I'm like, oh, good. I'm glad you think so, because I was having a panic attack.
I think I have a bald spot.
Like, there's
I'm
just puffs flying around me. I'm like, whatever. It's fine. I'm just going to power through and keep talking. But it really does affect us more than it affects anybody else.
Yeah.
It's entertaining. It's the best entertainment. I'm on the call and I'm like,
because you get to leave it.
Yeah, because you get to say, leave meeting at the end.
like, you did great, sweetie. I'm going to go take a nap.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I would say that was a win, just being able to do both things that I'm loving. And it's just, choosing. I get to choose to be happy in that moment.
Yeah.
And I would say another win is being able to from being in-person events, like doing a ton of them. I think my first year I did like over 100 in-person events.
Yeah. Which were cool.
Which were super cool. Made a crap ton of money. Love that for us. My household was not doing well.
Dayle was too much hustle.
Too much hustle.
Yes.
Not enough stay. And but that also was a learning curve. And again, reevaluating why. Why did I start this business? Why am I choosing to do this? To be home with my family. The money is secondary. So then being able to, year 2, reevaluate. All right, we're going to do some in-person stuff. Let's gear it more towards private events. So then I know what I'm signing up for.
Yeah.
And then let's just do some at-home appointments. People want to come out to me, gladly see you. Let's crank it out.
Yeah.
But it still allows me to be home and not have to be away from them as much as I have to be. And now year 3, I've been able to do some ready wear stuff and earrings and just things where I can just during nap time, after bedtime, whatever, package stuff, ship it out, get it done. So then I'm still making money. I'm still getting to be a present, and I still am enjoying being creative and trying something new.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say being willing to try something new is a big win.
Yeah.
I think figuring out in year 1 that you wanted to change it is huge. Like, we're 5-6 years in, and we're like still not figuring it out. And figuring that out year 1 is like wild. But also, you say you're not creative, and you've like already come up with ways to keep yourself at home, creative ways to make sure you're keeping yourself at home. That you are creative. See?
In my own little way.
Just own it.
Yeah.
Start writing in your journal every day. I am creative.
Something like that.
No, you
How
really
do you
are.
want to be creative today?
I have a random question that's not on our list of questions.
Ooh, hit me.
But I am curious, like, over the 3 years, now that you're taking more appointments at home, how are you, like, is your main source of leads for people coming in just from past clients, from you going to in-person events, and it was just an easy transition of like, okay, now I'm not coming to you, but you're coming to me? Or is it new people that see you on Instagram? Or like, how do people typically reach out to you for...
Great question. I would say 75-25, of 75% being word of mouth and recommendations, and then 25% just cold leads of people just finding me on Instagram or searching on Google, permanent jewelry, whatever, and I think I'm one of the first things to like pop up.
Did you hire someone to get on the top of Google?
No, dude.
I literally don't know how to do that.
Me either. I don't know what happened.
SEO, yeah, keywords.
But in my defense, I think I just search myself enough. Maybe I just put myself.
Yeah, your algorithm makes you like one of the first.
So that's just my computer that tells me I'm up there. So I don't know what your computer tells you.
So
I'm gonna
true.
ride my narrative.
Yeah, that's your truth, as Sarah would say. It's your truth.
Yeah. Sticking to it.
Yeah, and for anybody that the thought of a stranger coming into your home terrifies you, it also terrifies me on the same breath. But with that being said, don't think I don't stalk with a vengeance. Like these people coming in, your account's private. Sorry, I'm busy. You can't come over. Like you haven't posted since 2012. Sorry, you're not coming over. Like
Really,
it's
for every client.
Oh, I just like you're coming into my home and need if you are word of mouth, whatever. Like tell me who sent you.
Yeah.
Tell me where you heard about me. All of this, just because that's our home. That's our peace. That's our.
It makes sense. I
safe
just would
space.
never.
Yeah, and so
I
you no.
I have another question that just popped in my head because I don't know how I don't know this. How much notice do you make people give you? Because you have a toddler at home. How quickly are you cleaning up your house before these people come over?
That's a really great question. So I also have no boundaries when it comes to that sometimes.
Come on.
But your house is always like, even when I show up, it's always clean.
In a way. Like I'm really good at shutting my bedroom door.
Okay.
Like I'm really good
That's
at
what
it.
I mean. Like, are you just like picking everything up and tossing it?
I have a routine.
Okay.
And I
This
seriously
is good advice for moms that want to have a business at home.
I need to film myself sometime because cleaning our house, because I am so satisfied with what I accomplish and how I do it. And I'm like, somebody, if they're watching me, are going to be just like, you are psychotic. Like
That's
Doug,
the content I want.
Oh yeah. Doug makes himself scarce. Like
He's like, I'm going to play hockey in the backyard.
she's in this
at lunch.
mood. We're gonna go. Oh my gosh, it's so satisfying. Like I'll just give you a little blurb, but if I see something, I'll just fill my arms with stuff, and I'm like, my brain just works in efficient mode, and I just flip it on, and I just grab stuff, and I'm like, you gotta get out of the way. Okay, we gotta make a stop at the bedroom, throw it in there. Gotta make a stop at the laundry room, throw it in there. Gotta make a stop in the garage, throw it in there, and like it's just. Oh, it's so cool. And if I get skirted along the way because something else caught in my eye, I could just grab it and I go. And it's so cool. Oh, I got a vacuum. All right, we're going to vacuum over here because I got to pick this up and then I'll bring that over. Oh, it's so cool.
Oh my gosh, you would love this girl that I watch on TikTok. Her name's Janine or Jeannie or something like that. So she fosters kids and she has 6 kids in her house pretty much all the time and has 5 dogs and 4 cats. And she is the sole like income earner for her family. I guess her husband does some stuff, but he mostly takes care of the kids. And she does a 60-minute reset every evening. Like she lets her house become chaos all day long. And then they do a 60-minute reset. It's the most satisfying thing to watch in the entire world. And I'm like, you really do that in 60 minutes. Like that's crazy how much you accomplish. Kids are all in bed, so there's no distractions.
Fun.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I could watch her videos forever.
It's so much fun.
It's so nice.
I'm literally like 60 minutes of cleaning a day. Absolutely not.
How our power hours have changed so much, you guys.
Sarah does not have a power hour similar to us. I do a reset every single night. Like I will pick up all of Oz's flashcards and I put them in alphabetical order, like right before bed.
Absolutely not.
I'm OCD in that way though. I like have to have it. Yeah. He has like a thing of blocks and there's 80 of them and I count to make sure that the 80 go in the bag. Like I can't go to bed and come upstairs with it being a mess. And so I have like taken from her and I'm like, I have this like 60-minute reset that I do every night before I go to bed. And it's so nice.
It's gotta be nice for your brain as well to like, declutter from the day.
Well, living with my parents also helps force me to do that because like I feel guilty leaving a mess
that
in
makes
their
sense.
space.
Fair.
And so it makes me do it. But when we were in our apartment and I finally like had him in his own room in a crib, I was like, I finally get to do something for myself. And if it's cleaning, like that's still for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, I'm not. No, that's going to be outsourced immediately.
I'm going to take note of all of the things that you say is going to be the case when you have kids. And then we're going to have a podcast talking about how different it actually is. Because I can't tell you how many times I eat my words as a parent from what I said before I had a kid.
You have had to do that.
So much.
Well, and I'm like, I'm doing nothing other than being a parent if I'm going to be a parent. And then I'll be like Dayle and I'll get like 3 days into it and I'll be like, absolutely not. Like, I got to get out of the house. Somebody has to walk me. Like, give me a chore other than changing a diaper.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes the house isn't all the way clean. And I just have to accept it and just
overall
close that
it's
brain.
good for having 2 kids.
Thank you.
Like doing that, you can do it. Moms can do it.
And it also helps having a very supportive partner. Like that helps so much. Like
Well, it leads me to my next question for you, which is like, how do you ask for help? Like you've got a million trillion things going on.
She doesn't.
I don't. But if I don't
neither of you do.
I don't ask for help. But like in our defense, when we ask for help, we need help. Like, if that
Yeah,
makes
like
sense.
I actually really need it if I'm asking for it. Yeah.
Dude, I'll see some of both of y'all's posts on Instagram and I'm like, I probably should have texted yesterday and been like, how are we doing?
But the response was, I'm great, how are you? Like, every
Literally.
single
You mean
time.
that time that Tyler had to travel and I had to completely pack up my apartment by myself and move and I just did it? You mean that time?
I know. And we're like watching it on Instagram 3 days later and I'm like,
Wow, look what Emily's going through. I hope she's okay.
Are you with my toddler with me in the apartment the whole time?
Oh my god.
I do ask for help sometimes. Dale babysits sometimes. You just don't know how to babysit.
you guys are smart for not asking me how to babysit. Something horrible would happen and then I'd have to
I
apologize.
ask you for help in
it.
other ways.
You are a phenomenal auntie.
Yeah.
And we cannot wait to watch your babes one day.
Yes.
Well, I almost let Ledger drown the other day
That's
and
okay.
then knocked him
I
over in the
That's why
car.
he's in swim lessons.
I tell people that story. Like, people will be like, why don't you let Sarah babysit? And I'm like, well, you see, she almost let Ledger drown. So we're not going to do that. How did you get him in? This is a complete tangent. How did you get him in swim lessons? Because I called and everybody told me it's like a year wait list.
Oh, I have a girl.
Oh, okay. Well, I need to get Oz in swim
She-
lessons.
Was
Our
she a
neighbor.
client?
No, it's our neighbor girl. She has a full ride swim scholarship to Oakland.
Oh,
And they have a pool in the backyard, a saltwater pool.
okay.
So she's doing swim lessons with him right now.
Gotcha. Because,
If
yeah,
you
I
would-
called a few places and they were like, we have a year wait list. And I was like, okay.
Oh, yeah. My girl, I got you.
You could just give him to me.
No,
Lord help us.
absolutely.
Learn by fire.
No, thank you. I'm good.
Toss him in.
Yeah, literally.
Good luck.
Yeah, for the listeners.
Just
for
kick your
context.
legs really fast, I think.
Yeah. We all went to the beach, me, Ethan, and Dayle, and her 2 kids the other day. And Ledger's like playing in the water, and all of a sudden he like falls over, and Ethan and I are like, oh, he's figuring it out. Look at him go. And Dayle like comes running over and picks him up with one arm, and she's like, he was drowning. And Ethan and I are literally watching it, like, how cute.
And they're both like, oh.
I have no idea. Like, and to me, I'm like, that's not even a kid thing. That's just like watching somebody drown.
His face is unwell. Like, he's spitting out water.
He's never looked cuter. Just, like, if that ain't a sign.
Gosh. Mind you, it was 9 a.m. We were in Lake Michigan.
It's freezing.
It's
I'm
freezing.
sure.
I have no swimsuit. I have no towels. I have no nothing.
Naked children.
Naked. We walked there, walked back. Whatever. He doesn't have to worry about chafing. He's small boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's small boy.
He good.
Yeah. But honestly, for someone who is so pro having a village
Yeah.
And helping everybody else.
and helping everybody else.
I know I suck. Oh, I'm the worst. But and I say my not asking for help is in fear of being rejected, like of being told no, because if I ask for help, Lord Almighty, I need it. Like I am on the verge of not being okay, and then the fear of somebody telling me no, and then I'm like, all right, and over the edge we
Yeah.
go. Like it's
Yeah.
just
and
that.
like
Too
getting your
personal.
feelings hurt and being like, oh crap, I really needed that. And like,
Yeah.
it's not their fault that your feelings
Oh,
are hurt,
for
right?
sure.
But like your feelings still get hurt. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that same way.
Yeah, it's just it's hard. It's
You just need friends that like watch you and they're like, you seem stressed. Do you need some help?
Oh no, I'm not very observant in that way.
Well, I am, so I got it.
know.
Don't worry.
I know.
I'm like, you seem great. You look great.
You're smiling, and on the outside.
It's a mask. Thank you.
Well, even just that, like, I just am so grateful for a village and like just people being brought into our lives that are just like you would never expect. And like 2 relationships have been brought into my life from the jewelry stuff, and they're 2 neighbors who they literally messaged me. I don't know if it was the day before or the day of one of their birthdays, and was like, hey, I want to do something for my friend. Can we come over and get jewelry? I just found you on Google. And I was like, yes, come on over. What's her favorite drink? Do we want to have my first time having Aperol Spritz? And it was just like so cool. And we just had girl time. And they left my house, and I called Doug as soon as they left. And I'm like, I don't know who these girls are, but they're going to be our friends.
I love that.
They live right around the corner, and we are hanging out with them. And they mentioned this thing about a supper club. And my goal is by the end of the month to be invited. And by the next month, I will be hosting it. And he's like, you are a creep. Like, you are such a creep. I may be a creep, but I'm a creep with good intentions. Like, they are
And you
going to
love
be my
an
friends.
excuse to host.
Yeah. And like, it was just so cool because last night I was watching Love Island. Any Love Island? over
Yes,
there?
I got sucked in, you
Oh,
guys. I was
it's
not
brutal.
watching it for so long, and now I'm like big fan of some of the people.
So
I'm
good.
trying to get Jonathan and Ethan on the Love Island
Wow.
train because I want to keep up with the hot gossip
You know,
about
right now
it.
it just kind of sucks.
My dad listens to the episodes. Like, we all watch it.
Well,
and
good thing
sits
he
there.
listens because watching it, I don't know if I could see Butch watching Love Island. I get a little.
It would make me cringe if he watched.
Oh, absolutely. but I was watching it, and one of the girls texted me and was just like, hey, you've been kind of quiet lately. And I was just like, really? And I like started thinking, and she's like, how you doing? And I like started texting her. I'm like, oh, I think I'm a little concerned about this, and I'm a little anxious about that. And then I like sent that, and then I'm like, oh wait, and then this is also happening. And then I sent that, I'm like, and this is also happening. And I like just sent it. I'm like, and I read it back, and it was like 5 paragraphs of like crap. That's all going on. And I'm like, whoa. I didn't even realize I was going through that, or I was worried about that. And I'm like, thank you for like acknowledging that and letting me like spill all of that, because I'm just such a harborer. Like, let me harbor it until I erupt. And then I'm sorry to whoever gets that eruption, because Lord Almighty, that's going to be scary. And it's usually my husband. I'm so sorry. Like, again, she's crying in the shower. Like,
He handles it well.
He does handle it so well. Honey, do you need a cab salve? Yes, I do. I need it. Do you need some crackers? Yes, I do.
Look, you're a crier, as long as he knows.
Oh, he knows. He does such a nice job. But like through the Welded, being able to just make these awesome relationships and just seeing how I've grown and how this impacts people and just all of it, it's so cool. Like, and be able to create pieces and memories for people. Like, I've had one where it was like 4 generations came and got matching bracelets.
That's cute.
Like, how stinking
It's more
cute
than
is
just
that?
jewelry. Yeah.
It's so much more than jewelry, and it's just the memories. And as a person that loves the memories and loves the moments and loves the village concept, being able to help create that and like make memories of that, love it. I love it. It just fills my cup so much. I'm like, you don't know me from Adam, but I like you.
Yeah.
And I'm part of your memory, and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
Like, so it's pretty awesome. I love it so much.
Yeah, I mean, you've really grown something. I think it's been impressive to watch, even with the supper club thing. I just think that, you know, you're going to create a village no matter where you're at. But I will say, as a person who is in your village, anytime that I'm like kind of stepping out or like moving or like whatever, you know, I'm the flight risk out of the group.
You are.
It's a really nice way to put that.
What's it going to be today?
That was a really nice description of yourself.
I'm very gentle with myself. Thank you.
Carry on.
Yeah. I do really feel sought after by you. You know, like I think that you're a friend that always is very intentional about being like, I want you. You know, like pursuing the friendship. And I can be very bad at that. So I just think that like you being in a position where you're hosting people, where you're creating those memories, where you're really setting the tone for the experience that they're going to have. It's like, sure, they're getting jewelry, but the person who's delivering the jewelry is like such a cherry on top of what they're experiencing.
But like in your defense, I'm an emotional human. You're not. Like, and so like you have to, like, I feel like we all just bring, Emily's just in between, but like can veer towards more of the emotional side. And so like, I just feel like we bring out the strengths in each other. And if I want to be sought out by you, I know how to be sought out by you. And I know that if I call you and you don't answer, it's fine, because she's doing other things. And I really didn't need to talk to her, because I was probably just going to start crying, and I don't need to start crying to her. So then I'm just going to call Emily, and I'm just going to cry to Emily for a minute. And then I'll just follow up with you with text and be like, I really didn't need you, bye. Like, that was just basically what it would be. But like, if I other ways, like, I feel like we just bring love in different ways and make each other feel loved in different ways. And I think that is so beautiful, because it's so needed. Because if we were all the same, if we were all me, that would be a lot.
Be a lot of tears.
A lot of tears. Yeah, if we were all me, we'd never hang out.
We'd never hang out.
We'd have no facial expressions at all if we were all me.
Honestly.
That's why your skin is so good. That's why you have no wrinkles.
Somebody said that the other day. They were like, Oz never like looks like he's excited. And I was like, yeah, because he's mine.
That's how you know he's
He
mine.
is excited, but his face doesn't show it.
Yeah, dude. I literally was watching that on our podcast the other day. I was like, I move my face so much. Emily's is the same the whole episode.
Yeah.
And one of
the
us,
RBF.
and one of you has Botox and the other does not.
I know. You think it'd be Emily. It's me. I'm like, I need more. Get it to not
Freeze
move. Yeah. I have an appointment on Monday, and I'm going to be like, freeze my eyes from moving so much.
Oh,
Like,
gosh.
I need Emily's face.
It's a cutie one.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so next question I've got for you is like, over the years, obviously, the 3 years that you've been doing this, it's looked vastly different from you. Showing up at people's places, constantly looking for new leads, running over 100 appointments in a year, to now really scaling back. How has your definition of success kind of changed over the years? Like, what did it look like at the beginning, and then what does it look like now? Like, how do you feel like Because I know for Emily and I, anytime we reel back in any capacity, it feels like we're less successful, right? Because we're taking on less. But the reality is it's like serving our lives more, right? So I'd love to hear from your perspective what success looks like now versus what it looked like then.
I would say at the beginning, it was very money driven and feeling like I was contributing to my marriage and feeling like I was contributing financially and having identity in that and being enough and being blah, 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 so that my husband could see I was doing all of these things. He never made me like,
Yeah, he doesn't
feel
care.
like I needed to do that.
Yeah.
But it was just my own insecurities of being like, all right, I'm quote unquote just a mom right now and I need to feel like more, which is, people are going to feel that.
Yeah.
Some people are, some people aren't. And in my own experience, that is how I was feeling. And so in year one, I was like, I'm going to show whoever, don't even know who these people are, myself, whoever, that I am enough and I'm doing all of these things and I can do this and I can do that and I can make money in the meantime and I can hustle here and hustle there and do all of it. That sucked. Like, I'd never want to do that again. And so year two comes and I'm like, all right, what's important? What are we doing here? Money is great. Time is better. And if I can have both of those things, let's veer that way and take a cut in what we're making, take an increase in the time and experiences that I get to have with my family. So now year three, having another kid to add to the mix, it's like, all right. So we have gone like plummeted down in what we're making. Totally fine. Because again, I have that luxury of being able to have my husband as our sole provider and I get to have a hobby. And that is kind of where I've geared it towards right now, is like not a hobby mindset, but like allowing myself the grace to be slow and embrace the slow period. So then I can be present for my family. I can value the time that I have with them. And then the cherry on top is the finances that follow.
Yeah.
And being humbled enough to be like, all right, it's okay that I'm not making 6 figures this year. And all right, we're scraping by with a solid 5 figure. Like, let's go. Like low fives, awesome. We're better than more money than I had yesterday. Like, I think it's one of those mindsets of just like, all right, we're gonna find the positive in this, whether we have to dig real deep to find it or it's just right there on the surface. So I would say my view of success in those years has shifted more from monetary success to time success. And I think that's something that I've learned from you guys so much, is just like practicing what you preach of just like freedom of time. And I just sit back and I watch you guys and I learn from you guys of how you guys do things. Obviously, I get to see both sides of your guys' adventures of
Yeah,
like,
you are a therapist.
I get to see the backside and I get to see the fruits of what you guys do. And so then I can be like, well, I like this and I don't really like this, and just be able to know that if I do have questions in that time of like, how can I reframe this? How can I skirt away from this or change that? Amount of times where I feel like I've called Emily and I'm like, if I charge this, is this okay? Or if I like do this, or should I word it like that, or whatever? Be able to just like learn from you guys and just follow along kind of what you're doing, but like in my own way, and just pick and cherry pick what I like, or what I don't like. Cause I know that there's moments where your retreats and all of that where it's very overwhelming and it's a lot. And I'm like, well, that's not what we're going to be doing.
Don't like it.
I love to be that example for you. Going back to what you said about like feeling like you needed to prove something to somebody about like how much time you're spending or like contributing.
Yeah.
I feel like some of that mindset for us, and like all of us had, I would say, great childhoods, right?
Oh,
but like
I
we
love my
all
childhood.
watched our moms work and be moms.
Yes.
Right? And so I think that falls into a lot of what our mindset is. But all of our moms also worked on our schedules. So we got to see them work and be able to go to every single event that we had.
Yeah.
And so to us, it seemed like they can take all of it on and it's so much easier. But like we didn't see the actual stress of it. And so now when we're going into business, I'm like, oh yeah, I have to be able to do everything and still show up for Oz in 100%. And I feel like you had that too. But like they very strategically chose their careers so that they could go to all of the things and like balanced it really well. But I think that our mindset comes a lot from that too, from like watching our moms be financial contributors to our families.
Yeah, like you said, there wasn't a single in our friend group. There wasn't a single mom that was a stay-at-home
Yeah, I don't think so.
mom. Everybody worked.
Yeah.
And like I just remember my mom being like, I'm not going to be super mom, right? So we had a cleaner that came every week, and like she's like, I'm not going to do everything at home and like financially contribute on top of that. And so I don't know. I feel like all of us are kind of having this shift of like, wait a minute, maybe we do want to be stay-at-home moms, and like,
Oh, I love it. I love it now.
I never thought it would be me, but yeah,
No.
I
yeah,
love it.
I am curious because I am obviously someone who finds a lot of purpose and validation in how much money I make, right? Like I like financially contributing to my marriage, to my family. Like I get a lot of satisfaction out of seeing a certain payout. And I was having a very similar conversation with my sister-in-law, Sarah, who just had her first baby. And my brother makes great money, and Sarah's been making excellent money for the last couple of years, more money than she was ever anticipating making. And she's kind of going through the same transition, right, that you went through over the last 3 years, but she's right at the beginning of it, of like trying to figure out how to like carry her business and still financially contribute and not feel like she's falling behind in that era, but now understanding that she's got this whole other full-time job. And so I was talking to her the other day about it, and she was like, I think if Caleb, my brother, were to be like, just be a stay-at-home mom, like I would just do that in a heartbeat. And so in my head, I was like, man, that's interesting, because a lot of times we need permission for things in our lives, right? Like we need permission to like feel okay to do the next thing. Like if I'm thinking of something in business, I need Emily's permission, right? I need Emily to be like, yes, that's a good idea or a bad idea. And same thing in my marriage or whatever else. And so like when you were going through that transition, did Doug reach a point where he was like, you're maxed out, let's reel it back, and it's okay if you're not making the kind of money that you were making the first year? And was that what kind of like led you to being like, okay, yes, it's time to reel back? Or were you just like, no, I don't need this validation anymore. I don't need and I'm going to do this whether like regardless of how he feels.
Yeah. No, he would never in a million years say anything like that. Because Lord knows that'd be a shitstorm just ready to fall. No, it was me doing self-reflection and just being aware that my home does not thrive in chaos. And who is the chaos coordinator? Me. And who is bringing the chaos? Me. My husband was like receiving the brunt of that. Like he's coming home after working 8 to 4, whatever it is. And then we also have a couple like side hustles that we are doing, and doing that and coordinating childcare and making sure groceries are done and making sure that our house didn't look like an absolute dumpster fire, and all of the things that have to get done are getting done. And even just like having quality time for each other, which is so huge. Like if we're trying to just rock this out, if we're don't have a great foundation, what's the point? Like because something is going to crumble, or somebody's going to be mad at someone, or some resentful, or whatever the feeling is going to be. And so it was me realizing that I was projecting my insecurities. And that felt like took a lot to like acknowledge that and just be like, hey man, I know my intentions are pure and good, but I know that you're not okay. Like you're not okay by what I'm doing. So it was just more so just take a fat slice of humble pie and be like, what is our why again? Why are we doing this? Why are we here? And what can I do to make this better? And so just, praying about it and just being open and communicative with Doug, it was just huge. And he's like, you can do whatever you want. I'm like, no.
What do you want?
You can't say that.
Yeah.
This is an open line of communication, and I need to know fully what you're thinking. And so we just spilled the guts and just got after it, and we know what our household thrives on, and it does not thrive on chaos. And I need to be aware of that and be willing to take a step back. And so I was fully accepting of being able to take a step back, even if that meant taking a cut in pay. But we're able to, we also have like a landscaping portion of stuff that we do, and we have some plant sales stuff that we do, and we have just like different things that we do, and just allowing our life to be in seasons of busyness and not constantly busy. Because that's where we were year one, was constantly busy. And now entering year 3, we're kind of being able to break it down into seasons and be like, there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
And once we got that light, awesome. Let's just coast.
Yeah.
And just be okay with living within our means. Hey, we're just going to rock that little Toyota. We're going to ride. We're not going to have really nice cars. Like, it's just a car. We don't need to have a big fancy house yet. Like, we don't need to go on vacations every 5 seconds. Like, we don't need to, I'm going to buy groceries and they are going to be on sale. Like, it's just going to be one of those things.
But you have your sanity.
Yeah. And if we have fun money, we have fun money. If we don't have fun money, hey, we got each other, and that's all that matters. So I think it's more so just a mindset shift and allowing ourselves to be present with that and allowing each other to thrive, but also be harmonious in our house.
Yeah. Well, and I think that you, like, when I have brought people over to your house, right? Like, for example, Grace and Jay is one really good example of this. But I've heard this from multiple people that have been introduced into your life through me, where people are very envious of your life and like how wholesome, stable, consistent it is. And so I think that maybe like you might not even have that perspective of your life, but I think that like when people get exposed to like what you have built and the structure that your household kind of functions under, everyone's like, that's it, you know, like that's the wholesome story that I want. Yeah. And so I think you're just a really good example of that, of being like, you know what, it's not all about all the money in the world, hustle culture, running 1,000,000 miles an hour. It is about like, we are in the good old days.
Yeah. We're making our kids' childhoods right now. We're making memories. And I think that's just something that I think Doug and I both are like, would say off the bat immediately is like, we could not do this by ourselves. Like, we could not have this household that we have. We could not have this relationship that we have if we didn't have our faith. Like, I would say faith is like the root of our foundation that we have. And we have a rough season. Like, we're pouring into each other. We're pouring into what we believe, and just have that steadfast love and that joy in the chaos of knowing that, like, this is just temporary. Big man upstairs has got us. Like, tomorrow will come, but we're right here today. Like, and I think that's something that we both just pride ourselves on, and also are not scared to remind the other of if we get stuck in a mojo of like, yo, this is you're a little much right now. Like, be where your feet are and just chill. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's kind of something that we're very, very vocal about, is just our faith in what we believe, and knowing that none of this would be possible if it wasn't for God. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially coming from someone who has gone through as much as you have gone through in the last decade. Jesus tests you, I guess.
He does. Then he'll take the wheel. Carrie Underwood.
Turn on the music.
Insert country music plug.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to shift the conversation a little bit to being around our friendship, because I think we internally toot our own horn about our relationship with each other over the last.
You too? Your friendship?
No, the trio. We won't exclude you this time.
Thank you. I'll insert myself.
My question for you is, what's something about our friendship that has helped you through tough times?
Knowing that I can just come as I am, and I can be a hot mess express. I can be well put together. I can be whatever I am in that moment, and know that I'm going to be greeted with an open embrace, or if you guys let me hug you, or
are you talking to me? Are you talking directly to me?
Let us love you.
Yeah, just hug me.
I love you from a distance.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah. And just know that whatever I am in that moment is just going to be received, and it's going to be received with love, sarcasm, just laugh, or let's cry, let's just be raw, emotional, whoever we are. Like, and that is something that I know if I fail, I succeed, I do whatever I need to do. I just know that, are you kidding me?
You lasted
so long.
You did so good. It's okay. Let it go. Let it go.
I'd rather not.
She's like, I will not cry on the internet.
I will make fun of you, but go ahead.
Okay.
No mercy.
No, but I just know that I will be loved and received in the way that I need to be received. That's all.
Change the subject.
Yep, I see that tier. Come on, thank you. It's there.
Emily's like, I will not be participating in this tier fest.
I don't know if I can.
It's okay. I'll do it for all of us.
Yeah, right?
I didn't put mascara on my bottom lashes for that very reason.
I didn't either, but I've been trying that out lately.
It's very fun.
No, I completely align with that. I mean, I think that we have had a friendship for 20 years. And we have all seen each other in vastly different phases over the 20 years. Let's not go into those.
We don't need to talk about it.
You both know too much. You have seen too much.
2013 to 2015 needs to be forgotten.
Yeah. We'll keep it light because my parents listen to this. But
But we have loved each other through it.
yeah. I think that is incredibly unique. Like that resonates because I feel like a lot of people, a lot of friends, are friends with the people that they're friends with because they align with their values, their hobbies, their likes, their not likes, whatever. And in our friend group, we have vastly different political views. We have vastly different religious views. We have, I guess, kind of similar upbringings for the most part, but we have different taste in men, very different husbands.
We've gone through different stages of like liking different things, having different hobbies.
Yes. And I completely align with you guys in the fact that I know that I can bring whatever version of me exists in that moment to you guys, and it's fine. It's fine. Like Emily has told me multiple times, she's like, I'm not going to stop being friends with you, so you might as well just like tell me how it is. I'm like,
Suck it
okay.
up, Buttercup, you're going to get it.
Yeah, buckle up. I've got a story for you. I have made a mistake and I have to tell someone.
Yeah.
And I know that you guys are going to love me through it. So I think that's super special. We're done with that conversation.
Carry on.
Yeah. We don't need to get emo about it.
Pick your favorite question
Yeah.
because we have to wrap up.
Okay. Yeah. This is the last question. I think this is the best advice that we probably could offer people who are listening to this. What is something that you know now that you wish you would have known 5 years ago? And for context for our listeners, all of us are now in our 30s. Thank you for catching up.
Yeah.
About time.
Yeah.
I just like to take my time.
Yeah. The young one of us. But if you were giving advice to your 25-year-old self, or if you were giving advice to another 25-year-old who's kind of in the same phase that you were in at 25, what would your advice be? What do you wish you could tell yourself 5 years ago?
I think two things. As I hold up 4 fingers. 2 things. Idiot.
The grant education.
I like to math. I would say, 1, you don't have to do it all. And 2, people don't care about you as much as you think that they care about you. Yeah. Those
That's
two,
so good.
I feel like just the fact that it's taken me 30 years to know that is ridiculous. And I'm annoyed. Like, if I had known when I was playing volleyball, like, people don't, like, if I had known that, I feel like things would have been way better. But, like, the fact that, like, I just really felt and cared what people thought about me has now given me a newfound appreciation for where I am now. And like, yes, do I still care? Like, care what people think about me? Yes. Like, it's human.
Natural,
it's
human
human
nature.
to do that. But like, do I dwell? And do I try to change it? Sometimes yes, but majority of the time, no. Like, it's just one of
If you get
those.
feedback, maybe you
If I get feedback, I may or may not like that, but we'll see. So yeah, just allowing myself to have grace and know that, like, I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I'm going to be somebody's cup of tea, and just be able to ride that, and allow myself to have slow seasons of life and allow myself to just chill and like allow it to just ride. Like, just go. You don't have to do it all. You don't have to be everything for everyone, but you're going to be something for someone. And that is something that I just am like, it's okay. Like, just be able to breathe, because it's not needed to do all of the things.
To quote Amaya Papaya, if I'm not your cup of tea, don't drink it.
Yes. Yes. I love
All of
Maya.
her phrases, I can't.
Who is this?
I think I'm a
All
little
of Love
tachycardic
Island.
right now.
Oh,
I'm not going to be getting a sugar rush from the candy words you are feeding me.
I have a lot of
I love
gratuli.
her.
I have a lot of gratuli for you guys.
I sing her little songs every day.
I'm going to turn it on today and be like, Jonathan and Ethan, sorry, this is what we're watching for the next.
You need to catch up because the finale's on Sunday.
Well, at least I can binge it because I started Bachelor in Paradise and it's only in the first episode
I
and
still
I hate
can't
that.
get into that show.
It's a new spinoff now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yay, more Bachelor shows.
Bring that
Love
in.
it. They're bringing on the old people.
I don't know who the old
That's
people are.
so
I never
good.
watched it.
Oh my God. what is it called? Golden Bachelor.
Oh.
Incredible.
Not a fan. Whatever.
We're going to send, well, now your dad's engaged. So I was going to say, we're going to send your dad on it.
Oh, please don't.
Never mind.
All right, Paul, I think we're wrapping up here.
Change the subject. Well, it is time to wrap up, and we won't do the Midwest goodbye like we always do.
Always do. I always have to like, Sarah.
Gotta go bye.
I'm like hitting her under the table. Shut up.
12 more questions, I promise. Well, Dayle, thank you for coming on. We made it through with only getting
It
misty-eyed.
didn't even leave my
Misty
eyeball.
eyes. Yeah.
Wow.
You really disappointed me there.
You are growing.
All right, stay tuned. Part 2. We'll really
Dayle
hit it home.
cries.
Yeah, if you want all the dramatic theatrical stories of all the chaos that's gone on in Dayle's life, maybe we'll record another one. But
Leave
we
a
didn't.
comment under the YouTube video if you want to hear that.
Yeah, cheerlead for Dayle to spill her tea and cry on the internet.
Tissue box right there.
Well, you do have a really good story, so
I do
mean,
have good stories.
Yeah,
Yeah, and some hand motions and some sayings.
yeah.
all
Maybe
that.
we'll bring your sister on to help.
Please
tell
don't.
us.
Oh, okay.
Love you, Dana. Sorry.
Yeah, Dana would be a spitfire on this. But anyway, thank you for sharing everything that's on your heart and being such a good example of a new mom, because I know that I need that in my life. And you guys both have been quite inspirational over the last couple of years riding that wave. We'll see if I join you maybe in the future. But
And this could be our little soft launch for KarWell my friend podcast. Z KarWells.
You just wanna
I
be
just throw
first.
myself in there.
she's like, and this was another episode on Z KarWell.
The KarWells are leaving.
Anyway, we appreciate you
Gotta go
coming
bye.
on, and we will catch you next time.
All right, love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.